Respect for myself, if we were right, we would reach the limit. These light of fire, they stronger now. I've been burning, yes, I've been burning, searching for you. It's like not much time. No respect to keep all the damage. Yeah, I've been burning up since you left. I give you my forgiveness and the short of my life, no friends to turn to. Yeah, let's start. Wish we could smoke again just for a day. Oh, honey, I'm gonna tell you all about it. I respect for myself. still. They'll bring the rain around. You'll be still living. Feelings like the rain. Replace down there. I've been burning. Yes, I've been burning. I've been burning. This flame of my day. Oh, it's time to pay back.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. Got a man, that's Rashee Rice. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And I'll tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They will take this down close to a first down. Pick up of 9. They got him a yard short of sticks.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. When it's a run, you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. He's got his time. And he'll be taken down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line and in. Samaje Perine. Touchdown, KC. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Britton Covey now on the return. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. Here's first and 10. To the air right away is Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward, at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down is Hurts. Open man. He's got his tight end got it. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for an Eagles first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Hurts to the air on first down. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So one quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 57. It's the Chiefs on top. And we're back in Philly in a moment. This opening drive has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. And that is not going to work out as planned. It's a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal.
No need for me to lay out my clothes.
Oh, come on, man.
She's not around, there's no place to go.
Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone.
Make no mistakes, get in the balance bed.
And they improved the field position with a nice ball return.
And I just close the curtains and
Next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
It's Mahomes.
Baby, what's wrong? Now I just can't get your break. Every time you hit my head, she ain't like you feel the feeling, see me out and on my chance and things. Every day you do right, the feels small to see it. Sound which is my ear. Don't to reappear. Every day you do right, my heart starts going. But then you get to
Finally get him out of the
as the time goes by. Just when I thought I got rid of you,
Throwing from the
I turned my
gun.
face to your pillow that so
As he
was
throws
you.
down, it's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure
The water's raging through
is
my
set up second
and
base.
I can't swim.
They got there in a hurry. Didn't look like, I mean, luckily for him, he saw that three rusher coming.
And my
At
soul
the very
is
least, was able to get that ball
somewhere.
out.
It's deep below.
They'll try it again here. Second and 10.
Let's go, let's
Back
go.
to the air for Mahomes.
How about I was that shit first.
Baby, by tomorrow, I just can't get your break. Everything you see and you feel the coolness in the air. I'm chasing, baby.
Not often, Mike,
All you reach is more in the state. Sound, it's just my head. Then we up here. And she can't hear your legs. Go, to get I'm dreaming, come on, dog.
His coordinator around the league reached two things in the red zone. Field goals and takeaways. In this case, they get the latter. He forced the takeaway. He's able to return it the entire length of the field and take it for 6.
Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs move
I done
out
fumbled the ball
on top,
twice.
14-0.
Twice. And I was in scoring range both times I fumbled it. This
The
is a hell of a
kickoff team
start.
is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
They say I'm addicted to what we have. Heartbreaks no fading for vitals no might not last.
Hurts
Strapped
working
down
in a
while
pistol.
silence will
Oh, he's got a man. His tight end got it. And they will bring it out on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw.
They said
And
I'm
now sets them up to try
over
to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is third down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A pass.
Kill ball every time you catch the ball, he gets sniped.
As he is taken down. Here's second and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The second down throw is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On third down, it's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Dallas Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Attack! Yellow! Easy! Attack! Return!
On first down, it's Mahomes. This one is going to be picked off. It's James Bradbury.
Mahomes pass intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Great, set. No touch.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Hero. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A hit, and he has lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
3rd and long for Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
On fourth down, the snap comes to Hurts. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's pulled in by the Chiefs.
This one's going to be tough to stomach. I mean, all he has to do is just hold on to the ball, and they've got a fresh set of downs. He was past the yard to gain, but unfortunately, even though they gave up the first down initially, the defense was determined to get off the field one way or another, and they found a way to do just that.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked up by their rookie corner. And a good return here. He is out of bounds, up past the 30.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone. There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
A first down throw for Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Again, Hurts. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. To the air again, Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. And that is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a tie ball game.
Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead, and it just doesn't work out.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to run it. And Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the first down. A pickup there of 28 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Hey, red way. Hey, 57, call it, 57. Watch out.
To throw is Mahomes. There he goes again. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A run. It's P-Rock. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down.
Attack, attack!
Here's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Easy. Sunday.
Here's Pacheco. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
43, 15.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Mahomes. This one caught at the 4. And he will get into the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. Oh, no good. He missed it. That might be a big miss here in a one-score game in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Great. 63.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Great.
A run with Barkley. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down, 8 for the first down. They'll drop to throw. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
No touch.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
No touch.
Barkley. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Hey.
Brian Cook on the tackle.
No touch.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He'll tuck it and take off. There's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Now, 1st and goal.
Great, set. Tiger swamp. No touch.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Just a tremendous finish to what's been a tremendous game, Mike. I mean, not only did they get that late touchdown here in the final stages, but here with time winding down, they're an extra point away from taking the lead and likely coming away with a big victory.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Hardman now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Yellow. Collect. 15. Hey, Ripley. Yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. I needed to get rid of it, but did not. Will finally be taken down. So it's a win here for the Eagles. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out a 1-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
I came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks, the A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success and promoted to just do it.
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a petty. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tellero, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blink at my VIP. Snack of my. One brick, one miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. Summer daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one golded. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Great, set. Delta.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 27-yard line.
Delta.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey, easy, 63. Delta.
Up the middle with Barkley. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Great, set. Delta.
They'll run it again with Barkley. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's complete right around the 8. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 70 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 54 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Eagles 14, Ravens 7.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Forward.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Report.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. Powering his way forward. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Hurts. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the 2nd half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Jackson.
To the right side and intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the 2nd half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick-6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 57 yards.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. He'll drop to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
Saquon Barkley running right.
Missed.
This will not go down.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
To throw is Jackson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
A first down carry for Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position.
Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A handoff. Barkley running left. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, 32 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though,
They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7.
Ravens 36.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This is 1st and 10. Jackson. He's got Henry. Runs through the contact. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. Throwing, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a 2-point conversion. Here's Jackson. And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's 3rd and 7.
Great.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Connecting with Aguilar. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's 1st down. Now Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
This is highly recommended. This for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here, but here the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want the pick of the litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody.
What up? Showtime. Yeah, this is the big ticket. Coach at Comptown, I'm talking that King Richard. This like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. This all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Well, let's roll the dice.
Don't be some problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
Open them wide.
Something like that.
Mind if I pull up with a few?
We can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone. Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that popping.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
legendary.
Open them wide.
Something like
mind if I pull up with a few?
We can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from Houston. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Stroud begins with a pass. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
He's going to keep it himself. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that first down.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
A second down throw for Stroud. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
From the gun here on third down. It's to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
First and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Back near his goal line, Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop.
Play action now. Jackson. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And a big gain out of bounds as time runs down. An exclamation point to end this first quarter. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. First and goal. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Texans. Now, Amy Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Jackson out of the pistol. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. And the pistol, Jackson ready. And he's in. Martin Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So in this last possession, Mike, they take the ball away, and they do it from playing cover 3 defense. So what that means is there's 3 deep players. There's 2 corners and a safety. They divide the field into thirds, and everybody else underneath is just looking at the quarterback. Straight zone coverage, played perfectly, leads to a big takeaway.
Pistol formation with Jackson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jackson now. Now a screen set up for Henry. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Off the play fake. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. On 1st down, it's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and So also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Second down, Jackson. That is caught to the goal line and in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. Now he's loose again. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. A huge play just before the half. 59 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On play action, Stroud. And he'll take it on in. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, that is a dream for a quarterback and a receiver. Give me time to get open, and they do for the score.
I don't care who your secondary players are, Mike. You could give me the best 5 defensive backs in the league. You cannot stress the coverage for that amount of time. You have to get after the quarterback, so hats off to the offensive line. They did their job, and the quarterback hung in there, and he found himself 1 for 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. He'll keep this one on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. They'll go again here with Henry. He'll power it. Push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And this time, they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Give, running right. It is Mixon. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Now Mixon. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Here's a 2nd and 9. Man in motion, it's Diggs. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Houston. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So after the penalty, this slightly easier from the 10. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, we're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Now, Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Hardy to return. Whoa. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Here's 1st down. Back to throw, Jackson. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Throwing Jackson. He's got it at the 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On play action, here's Jackson. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. To the air one more time with Jackson. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion. In motion comes Andrews. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion. That scored too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
A run here with Mixon. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So it's a win here for the Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say, so long from Houston.